Hi, I'm George Calombaris and here I am with my beautiful Thermomix to make a classic Galaktoboureko with saffron syrup and a delicious licorice ice cream. Very excited today because today I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is to make delicious classic Galaktoboureko, a Greek dessert that I love. Today we're going to make it in my favourite piece of equipment, the Thermomix, something that I use not only at home for simple things like a pumpkin soup, but in all of my kitchens, in all of my restaurants. Today we're going to be making two components of the dish, the beautiful slice, as well as that, the saffron syrup, serving that with licorice ice cream. The recipe for that is on the website. Right, the fun bit, cooking. Let's get started. Oven, preheated, 160 degrees. Next, a tray, and I've just greased that underneath, lined it with baking paper, okay? So that's ready to go. And super important when you cook is all about mise en place. Preparation is key to success. Right, first up, let's weigh out our ingredients, which is super important, and the Thermomix does that for you because it's got built-in scales. Right, let's tear it off. And let's pop in 500 grams of milk. Full cream milk, of course. None of that skinny stuff. Next up, sugar. Caster sugar, 150 grams. Then, of course, some fresh vanilla pod. I scrape the seeds, which is where all the flavour is, of the vanilla pod. And they go into our Thermomix. I don't throw that out, I keep that. I actually use that in a jar with sugar and you create your own vanilla sugar, so nothing goes to waste. Right, time to cook this. Lid goes on. 6 minutes. 80 degrees. Speed 3. Next step. Right, 1 minute. Speed 2. And we slowly rain in 120 grams of semolina. We just remove the MC. Pop the MC back on and let it do its thing. Okay, the next step. Remove the lid. And we add 150 grams of unsalted butter. Lid goes back on. Right, 1 minute. Speed 2. Right, the butter's been incorporated. The next step is to add our eggs. We add 2 55-gram eggs. MC goes back on. The timer's on for 20 seconds. And the speed goes on to number 2. Right, there we go. That finalises this part of the recipe, which is the actual custard, the mixture that goes in the middle of our Galaktoboureko. The next step is to align our tray with filo pastry. So our tray that's been lined with greaseproof paper. We need some filo pastry. We need some clarified butter. All right, filo pastry's here, room temperature. Never use it straight from the fridge or else it does crack. Right, let's first measure out our filo pastry so it fits the tray. We need 8 layers for the bottom and 8 layers for the top. And it's simple. Just lay the tray over the top. And you can keep all these trimmings. Clarified butter. Don't be afraid to give the tray some butter. It needs lots of it. First layer goes on. Next layer of butter. So we need 8 layers on the bottom, 8 layers on the top. And that's going to help when you bake this, you're going to get a lovely crispiness in between each layer. All right, and we'll give that a little bit more butter, a little bit more goodness. Right, let's put the mixture on top of our first 8 layers. So we pour our mixture. Making sure we scrape out all of that yumminess. And now we put 8 more layers of filo over the top, and then we bake it. Okay, now while our Galaktoboureko is cooking away, let's make a simple saffron syrup to go over the Galaktoboureko. Okay, lid off the Thermomix, 200 grams of caster sugar, (190 mils of water. Now, I reserve about 10 mils of that water, and I've got some saffron threads here, all right, and I'm just going to pop them into the water just to allow that beautiful yellow flavour to appear. All right, we'll just set that aside, okay? Right, lid goes on, 13 minutes. Aroma, speed soft. Right, remove the MC, pop the basket on top, and that will allow any of the vapours to come out and help thicken our syrup. Alrighty. That's the syrup cooked. Right, remove the lid. And we're just going to incorporate our cooked syrup with our saffron. Look at that, just beautiful golden saffron syrup. We'll allow that to steep and intensify, so we'll set that aside, let that cool down slightly, ready to pour over our Galaktoboureko. How good does that look? Absolutely gorgeous Galaktoboureko, nice and golden at the top. Now we'll pour some of the syrup, just a little bit of the syrup over the top while it's warm, just to soak up that flavour. We'll set some of that aside. And now time to cut a little slice of that and plate it up. Right, all right, a little bit of syrup, just over the top. And then finally, some licorice ice cream. Now this is on the website, so you can grab the recipe from there and make that. I love licorice, saffron, vanilla, great combination. And there you have it. My classic Galaktoboureko with saffron syrup and licorice ice cream. Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed that. I hope you've enjoyed my recipe. Now, for my recipe and thousands of more recipes, you can go to the Thermomix recipe community at recipecommunity.com.au. Enjoy.